That means the version which we have got about ourselves, for which the basis is common, one's own body, mind, sense complex. But Lord Krishna has got a vision about ourselves. Krishna says, you are timeless. You are not this body, you are not this mind, you are not these senses, you are not any one of it, and your nature is timelessness. That is the verse which is going to come over here. Nattu evaham jadunasam naptum nime janadivaha najevana bhavishyamaha sarve vayamatah paramiti. So I am timeless. The meaning of the word is timeless. Not only I am timeless, I am all pervasive. Therefore, when you look at yourself and define yourself on the context of the body, mind, sense complex, body is born. And it is within time. That's why we have date of birth. And at one point of time, the body is going to go. Whichever way you protect it, the body is going to go. So this body is born, then I conclude, I am born. Therefore, the meaning of the word I, in quotes, needs to be analyzed in the light of the scripture. In the context of the words of the Lord, it has to be analyzed. Therefore, on the standpoint of the body, I am within time. I age, whether I like it or not. Nobody likes to age. Because everybody wants to be eternal, so nobody likes to be aged. So this body is subject to time. And the mind is also changing constantly all the time. More information. We go on picking up information whether you like it or not. More and more we come to know about the world using this mind as an instrument. On the flip side of knowledge, there is always ignorance. Because we are all using the mind which is born of ignorance just to have knowledge. Therefore, on the other side of knowledge, always ignorance. Whichever way you are informed, you may be a highly informed person. But your scholarship or intelligence is up to one more question. Whichever way you are informed, but your knowledge is up to one more question. One more question. If you know something, if I ask one more question, it humbles you. So all kinds of knowledge, it is limited. So when I define myself in terms of mind or with reference to my knowledge, then I feel the sense of limitation. Because I cannot stand ignorance. If something happens there, I rubberneck. I just want to know everything I want to know. I cannot stand ignorance. Because I identify with the mind and I define myself through the mind. So in my self-image, that has gone into my self-image. That has gone into the meaning of the word I. The greatness of my existence doesn't depend upon what I know or what I do not know. Therefore, the mind becomes the basis for us to make a conclusion about I. So to our senses. Therefore, if you look at I, Bhagavan, Lord Krishna is defining the word I as timeless. The nature of I is timeless. One thing is clear, not from the standpoint of the body, not from the standpoint of the mind, not from the standpoint of the senses. Then what is left out? What is left out? If this body, mind, sense complex is taken out from me, what is left out? Is there anything left out? If this body, mind, sense complex is taken out from me? Therefore, now our analysis should depend upon something which would help us to see, is there anything which is self-existent, self-effulgent? Is there anything which is self-existent and self-effulgent? Because the world is something which is an object of my perception. That also I've been given this body, this complex, I've been given this. It is given to me in an edited fashion. Because when the world which I perceive, it is something which I perceive through my senses. And the senses are only 5. I perceive the world, the forms I perceive, the sound I perceive, the taste I perceive, the touch I perceive, the smell I perceive. Is there any sixth fold way the world can be perceived? Can there be a sixth sense? It's only in the head of some Bollywood directors. Sixth Sense. Have you seen that movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I was in shock.
So this edition, this endowment has only 5 windows and 5 spheres of perception. Then, when the world enters into this 5-fold way, then what happens? You cannot know the world as such. The world which you experience is sensory in nature. It is sensory in nature. If the book you touch, you see. Anything is sensory. Sensory means what? Only through the windows of our senses can I know anything. That means what? I have to engage my mind to perceive things. Until and unless the mind takes the form of the object thought, I cannot perceive anything.